Hey runners, this is Will from We Run Las Vegas.
Keep holding on,
Getting ready
guys.
to take you on a nice
We're
safari
good.
tour.
All right, guys, welcome to Africa. We've made it. Now, we are in the first habitat of one of the most dangerous animals we're going to see all week, and they just went right by us, all right? So, we do have to stop for a second still to make sure another train is not coming, so just keep holding on, okay? We're good. Now we are actually in a habitat of an animal known as the Nyala. Now they look like deer, but they're not deer. They're an antelope species. They're expert at hiding, so they might be everywhere right in front of us. I do see some of the babies under the tree on the right-hand side here. Babies in particular are really good at hiding. It's their natural instinct when they're first born. And then we have some older ones here. These are all females. If we were to have a male out here, the males look very different from the females. Where we saw the females have a reddish brown coat with white stripes. The males are much larger, have black shaggy coat and really big horns. This species of antelope has what's known as dimorphism. That means the males and the females look different from each other. Now, they aren't really fighters, and they don't really run too fast, so they do rely on their hiding as their main defense. So those white stripes we saw, they help them break up the shape of their silhouette. If a predator were to look at them, it doesn't look so much like food. It also helps them blend into the tall standing grass. Okay. Now guys, keep holding on, okay? We're good. So guys, now we are in what's called the South Belt. Out here we'll see animals mostly from southern Africa. We do see those really tall, long neck, long leg animals over here on the right hand side. Anyone know what they're called? The giraffes, yeah. So the giraffes are going to be the second half of our tour. We like to tease you a bit as we drive by. But on the driver's side, I do see these really large antelope species known as the common eland. They're actually the largest of all antelope species. Now we're looking at all females here. Females weigh up to about 1,000 pounds at full maturity. And you notice they have horns. So when a species of animal, has horns, both female and male, it's going to be for defensive purposes and not so much for dominance and all offensive purposes if it were just males. Now, these are pretty docile creatures. They can be domesticated similar to cattle. In Africa, they do domesticate them for the same purposes. They are very powerful and strong creatures. They can jump over 9 feet from standing still. So imagine a car being able to do that, essentially. It's pretty wild. But if we look on the other side of the truck, we do have another antelope species, these white guys with the curly horns. You can get a much closer look if you want, please. Now, these antelope here, they are the most endangered species on our tour. They're known as the ADAX. In 2016, you see the giraffes out there? Yeah, the zebras too. So these antelope, they did a survey in 2016 to see how many were left in the wild. Less than 100. They're known as critically endangered. That's because they're being hunted so often for those really cool horns. Now those are horns, not antlers. Pretty much the difference is antlers fall off every year and grow back, where horns are for life. Now these are what's known as a true horn, which means there's a bone on the inside. If that were to break off their horn or the bone on the inside, it would never grow back. So unfortunately for them, they are hunted quite a bit for those. We do have, we're looking at probably like at least 10 right now in Texas, and their conservations, they have over 1,000. We just can't repopulate because people are still hunting them. And unfortunately, they'll probably never stop. So they're pretty much being phased out of the wild at this point. But we do see on the top of the hill here, these animals that kind of look like deer, just like the Nyala, but they're not deer. Again, another antelope species known as the impala. Now, where have we heard impala from?
Dad's crappy car.
Chevy, yes. So Chevy Impala. Now, why would Chevy want to name their car after these guys? That's because It's because they're fast, right? So their main predator is going to be cheetah. Now they can't outrun the cheetah. Cheetah runs about 50 miles per hour, or 70 miles per hour. The Impala can run about 50 miles per hour, which is no coincidence. All Chevys run about 50 miles per hour, right? So it comes from these guys. Now, what's really fascinating about them is where they lack in speed against the cheetah is they're very agile. They can run they can run 50 miles per hour at full speed, jump, cover over 40 feet in distance, and in mid-air they can turn 180 and keep going the other direction. So because of that, they're very, very good at it. They're known for jumping and kicking their legs in the air, which has glands on the bottom known as metatarsal glands that allow them to secrete a scent that lets predators know we know you're near, and it lets the rest of the herd know we're going this direction, which is pretty cool to see. I've seen them kick around a bit. It's fun. It's kind of just like an animal bucking around. Now everyone hold on for me. We're going to get moving, okay? We're good. Oh, we're waiting for another truck. I didn't realize that. That timed out well anyway. So they're not, it's just a prestigious thing. So I was asked the horns, when ADACs are hunted for the horns, what are the horns used for? It's just a prestigious thing. It's just to look like you're, it gets street credit amongst that type of thing. So it's very unfortunate. Now guys, keep holding on, okay? And if you get a good look on the driver's side, you might catch a glimpse of our black rhino, Jody. She might be out in her habitat, okay? Yeah, just hold on to the side and we'll see you on the driver's side, okay? You can hang out over here. All right, everyone's holding on. We're good, Em. Now, Jody is a black rhino. I tell you guys to look open. I ask you guys to look because sometimes she's in an area we can't stop at because she's too close to the road. And other times if she is there, we also, she likes to hide in her cave here a lot, so it's rare to see her on hot days like this. Her cave there is actually air conditioned, so I don't blame her. She is our oldest animal on her safari. She's 33 years old, and she's a great grandma. Now, black rhinos live up to about mid-40s, so she's still got some life out of her, but she's deserved her own space. We're good, Emily. I do see some zebra way out there. We'll get a lot closer to them. Now, guys, we are in what's known as the North Belt. The North Belt is going to be animals from northern and eastern Africa. And I see kind of a rare sight on the driver's side across the pond there. We see these large antelope species known as the greater kudu. I say it's rare because they're scaredy cats. They never come out. Usually they're hiding on the very opposite side behind the fence. So it's nice to see them out here. They're probably here to get some water. And also a lot of the animals are hiding in the cave right now. So they probably feel some form of safety, right? Now the greater kudu, they look like that first animal we saw. Anyone remember their name? Starts with an N. Yeah, it starts with an N. Yeah, the Nyala. The Nyala. So they are actually a distant cousin to the Nyala. It's a lot larger, a little more stronger. They can jump high too. Those guys can jump over 8 feet, which is why they're allowed behind the fence. What was that? Oh no, it does kind of look like these. Those are wildebeest. Yeah, wildebeest. They look like a whole bunch of different animals. Actually, there's a folklore in Africa about wildebeest that say the great creator made an odd number of animals. People don't like odd numbers. So they asked the great creator, let's make one more animal. So with all the spare parts, they put together the wildebeest. It kind of looks like a bull, looks like a horse, looks like a zebra. It's got stripes. It's a weird looking animal if you ever get to look at it. Now, I think someone pointed out our ostrich over on the driver's side. It's that rock with the head, right? She is sitting down right now. That is either Thelma or Louise. I can't tell from here. But you see she's way out there sitting down. Now, I can tell that's a female because she looks like a rock. The females are gray because they're active in the daytime when they're sitting on their nest. At nighttime, the males will sit on the nest, and they're going to be black. So they blend. Now on the same side of the truck under the tree there, we do see what's known as the Ellipsin waterbuck. If we get a good look at their butt on some of them, you'll notice they have a white ring on their butt. That's where that term Ellipsin comes from. But as their name suggests, waterbuck, they like to live near water. So that's where they find their mating defense. They're actually wonderful at swimming, and that's because they have oil on their fur, similar to like a duck has on its back. Yeah, so we see over here, guys, these rhinos under the tree, and we have one standing up way in the back there. That is our white rhinos herd, also known as a crash of rhinos. Now we do have 5 of them. One male, his name is Tombo. And then there's the other ones, let's see if I can remember the name. Milani, Callie, Lucy, and someone else, I don't remember. Lucy is our largest one. From here, it looks like the one who's standing up in the sunlight. That looks like Lucy to me. She weighs 4,500 pounds.
Wow.
Not that I know from experience, I'm cold. Now, Tombo being the male, you would think he's larger, but he's actually the smallest one we have here. He's about 1,000 pounds less than her. So when it comes to mating, he's not the most successful. Weighing at 3,500 pounds, if you're in the wild, he'd probably not have any calf because of that. Rhinos do what's known as sparring, where they're going to fight with their horns and push each other around with their weight till one submits. Now, if the lady were to submit, Tombo gets to go on a date and hopefully have some children. If Tombo submits, which is usually the case, then the lady walks away proud and he's kind of grumpy. Now, it sounds pretty sad, but in his favor, okay, he is their only option. So he's been here for about 16 years and he's had 10 calves, which is about double what any male rhino would have.
When he loses, he's still.
Yeah, exactly. So he's living. He's got a good job out here. Now, I can tell from their size who they are from here, but I can also tell from their horns. Now, all of them have a unique horn to them. We don't come out here and shave it the way they want, the way we want to. It's completely up to them. Now, before we start leaving, if you look at this palm tree right here in the back corner, see how it's very smooth right at horn height? That's where they're going to rub their horns to shape it the way they want, as well as all the other trees in the area and rocks. And Tombo, the male, he likes to use the wire fence we have, so he actually has like a notch right where the wire would be on his horn. And that's just completely preference, how they have it, long, short, stubby, pointy, whatever. It's completely up to them. Now keep holding on, guys. We're good. Anyone know what a rhino's horn is made of? Ivories with elephants. That's a great guess. Bone. Okay, it's not bone either. Although antler is made from bone. It's the fastest growing horn. Oh, not calcium. It is something we have in our bodies. Yes. Yeah. That's okay. I think you got the right answer. So it's the same protein that's in your hair and fingernails, known as keratin. Now, just like our fingernails, they have a cuticle on their face that grows over. So it does grow their entire lives, and they have to manage it like we do with our kids. Pretty interesting there. Now, guys, we're coming up to our zebras. These are known as the common zebra, the most common and most abundant of all zebra species. As we're looking at them, we see some stripes. Anyone know why zebras have stripes? To blend into what? Everything around here is green. What do you think they're going to blend into? The wheat and grain. I like that guess. Anyone else have a guess what the zebras are going to camouflage with? Yes? Each other. The other zebras. So think about those images we've seen online where it looks like it's moving because there's a lot of black and white lines when really it's not moving at all. The zebras hope that happens to any predators looking at them, especially when a whole group of zebras are together. Now, there are two names for a herd of zebra, known as a zeal or as a dazzle. And that's because it dazzles the eyes of any predators. You get a good look at their body. You'll see the stripes are horizontal in the front half and vertical. I said that backwards. They're vertical on the front half and horizontal on the back half. Anyone have a guess why that might be? So, no, that's a good guess too, because then it would like match the rest if they're kicking. So, everyone keep holding on, okay? We're good. Now, if you know anything about fashion, thin vertical stripes make you look thin. Wide